The A2 Multitrack submerged arc welder should be removed from its shipping container using an overhead crane or lifting mechanism capable of lifting 43 kilograms. The A2 Multitrack can be placed into service with minimal assembly time. The wire feed tip and drive roll installation are all that are required and are a normal part of the welding wire installation process. Rotate the contact tube to the side to provide greater access to the end of the column, and loosen and slide the flux feed nozzle up along its mounting point. Fit the proper welding tip for the welding wire being used and tighten securely. Refit the flux nozzle and rotate the column into the vertical position. Remove the securing knob and fit the proper drive roll for the welding wire being used. To begin cabling the A2 Multitrack, first remove the welding wire reel. Once sufficient clearance is available, remove the bolts in the cable securing blocks. Attach the control cable to its multi-pin connector at the rear of the process controller. Fit the cable into the leftmost retaining block with enough extra cable to allow the entire assembly to rotate around the center column. When very high currents or long cabling are called for, 2 electrode or more cables must be attached to the welding head, requiring the use of a fabricated bus bar as shown. The bus bar may be used with a single cable as well. Swing the contact tip tube to an extreme position to guarantee sufficient cable and fit into the securing blocks. Install the welding wire into the reel and refit the side plate. The side plate is secured with lugs that are held in place by wing nuts. Replace the wire drum onto the hub with the wire feeding off of the top. Route the wire through the guide eyes and into the wire feed roll. Tighten the feed roll sufficiently to advance the wire. The wires advance through the feed roll by the inching buttons on the process controller. The up and down directional buttons control the wire feed, so the down arrow is pushed to feed the wire over the lower straightening roll. Adjust the straightening roll and advance the wire into the contact tip tube. Once in the contact tube, back off of the wire straightener by 1/2 turn and advance the wire on through the tip. Fit the flux inlet tube into the feed nozzle, taking care not to create any kinks or closures, and fill the flux hopper with the appropriate flux. A wire strainer is provided to filter out any extraneous material picked up during recovery. Once the A2 Multitrack has been aligned for a groove weld setup and the drive engagement knob or clutch has been set, the A2 Multitrack will follow a straight weld path. A minimal amount of directional adjustment may be necessary to maintain joint alignment throughout the weld cycle due to normal variations common in long cut and beveled plates.